What I think, awakening really involves is a re-examination of our common sense. We've got all sorts of ideas built into us which seem unquestioned, obvious, and our speech reflects it. The commonest phrases face the facts as if they were outside, as if life was something you simply encountered as a foreigner. Face the facts. Our common sense has been rigged, you see, so that we feel strangers and aliens in this world. And this is terribly plausible, simply because it's what we're used to. That's the only reason. But when you really start questioning this, say, is that the way I have to assume life is? I know everybody does, but does that make it true? It doesn't necessarily. It ain't necessarily so. And so then as you question this basic assumption that underlies our culture, you find you get a new kind of common sense. It becomes absolutely obvious to you that you are continuous with the universe. For example, people used to believe that the people who lived in the Antipodes would fall off. And that was scary. But then when somebody sailed around the world, and we all got used to it, and now we travel around in jet planes and everything, we have no problem about feeling that the Earth is globular. None whatever. We got used to it. So in the same way, Einstein's relativity theories, the curvature of the propagation of light, that began to bother people when Einstein started talking like that. But now we're all used to it. Well, in a few years, it will be a matter of common sense to very many people that they're one with the universe. It'll be so simple. And then maybe, if that happens, we shall be in a position to handle our technology with more sense. With love instead of with hate for our environment.
There was a conversation between Lao Tzu and Confucius. which Confucius is prating about charity and duty to one's neighbor. He says to Confucius, look now at the universe. The trees grow upwards without exception. The stars always follow their courses. And the migrating birds of the various seasons always cluster with complete regularity. But they don't say anything. They don't have any religion. That's what's called purposelessness in Taoism, which is a form of Wu Wei. When we say something's purposeless, that's put down. No future in it. It's a washout. But when Chinese say nature is purposeless, this is a compliment. It's like wandering on and on in a great forest with no thought of return. Haven't you done this? Haven't you gone on a walk with no particular purpose in mind? Carry a stick with you, occasionally hit at old stumps, wander along, sometimes twiddle your thumbs. Carry a stick with you, occasionally hit at old stumps, wander along, sometimes twiddle your thumbs. Purposelessness. You pick up a pebble on the beach, look at it, it's beautiful. Don't try and get a sermon out of it, just enjoy it. If you can only do things because somehow you're going to get something out of it, you're a vulture. All music is purposeless. Is music getting somewhere? If it were, if the aim of the symphony were to get to the final bar, the best conductor would be the one who got there fastest. When you dance, do you aim to arrive at a particular place on the floor? Is that the idea of dancing? The aim of dancing is to dance. Well, it's exactly the same with our life. We think life has a purpose. It's like the waves washing against the shore, going on and on and on forever, with no meaning. To live, I must have faith. I must trust myself to the totally unknown. I must trust myself to a nature which doesn't have a boss.